Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Ritu Bhatia. I am practicing cardiology in Pune for the last 2 decades. I did my DM from Bombay, and after that, I had been practicing in Pune. My place of work is NM Wadi Institute of Cardiology and Narendra Heart Clinic in Kalyani Nagar. Here we have all kinds of non-invasive investigations available: 2D echo, 3D echo, transesophageal echo, stress test, Holter monitoring 24 hours, BP monitoring. In NM Wadia, we are doing our angiographies, angioplasties, device closures, pacemakers, open surgeries, valve replacements, and balloon dilatation of the valves also. On 31st of May is World No Tobacco Day. Since 1987, WHO has made 31st May as World No Tobacco Day. In every year, we have one theme given by WHO to us. My favorite till now was in 2018, which was Tobacco Breaks Heart. It's quite catchy. But this year it exceeded that, and this year the theme of the year is commit to quit. You know, now, as a smoker, you might think, what am I going to add by quitting? Let me tell you few facts about smoking. If you are a smoker, you are reducing 1 decade out of your lifespan. At the same time, if you had started smoking at a very early age and you quit at the age of 30, 40, or 50, you would be adding 10 years, 9 years, 6 years respectively to your lifespan, which is expected at present, which is quite phenomenal. Even if at 50 you are thinking of quitting, you are still adding 6 years to your life. Now, having said that, what really kills you if you are a smoker? Now, if you are a smoker, you are 1.5 to 2-fold more at a risk of developing coronary artery disease or a heart attack in coming years. You are 2 to 4 times more prone to develop a stroke. Stroke, you understand, it's a paralysis kind of a thing when you get even either blockage or bleeding in your brain. There are 5 times more chances of developing a peripheral vascular disease. That means the arteries to your lower limb or upper limb could get affected. There are 5-fold chances of developing an aneurysm. Aneurysm is dilatation of a major artery like aortic aneurysm. And if you keep on smoking, you are more prone to develop cancer, especially lung cancer and any other cancer like in oral cavity or other places. You are more prone to develop lung diseases like COPD, bronchitis in coming years. Now, even a non-smoker or a secondary smoker, not non-smoker, you can say, a secondary or passive smoker who is in contact with a primary smoker. For example, your family members, your kids, your wife, or vice versa, your husband, if they are being exposed to the smoke inhaled by you, they are again more prone to develop these complications. Like your child could have asthma, your child could become, there's a potential high risk of him becoming also a smoker in subsequent life. Your wife, she can also develop the similar complications as you are. So they, as passive smokers, have 25 to 30% increased risk of developing all these problems or at least a heart disease. And there has been a study where non-smokers and passive smokers were compared, and we saw that in passive smokers there was more calcification of the coronary artery disease, coronary arteries, the arteries which supply your heart. Now, if a woman is on oral contraceptives and is a smoker as well, it makes her extremely vulnerable to develop a heart problem in subsequent years. Now, this is about a cigarette. In developing countries like ours, there is a lot of non-smoking tobacco being used. And this tobacco kills 60 lakh people in every year. In each year, there are 60 lakh deaths because of tobacco chewing. Now, let's talk about a cigarette. Cigarette has been associated with glamour in the past century. In 1964, there were almost prevalence of smoking was almost 43%, which actually came down by 2011. There was the incidence came down to 19%. But as our population is also increasing, the number of smokers did not reduce. So, WHO and our target is to get this smoking down to at least 10 to 11% in coming decade. When you are smoking, a cigarette, any smoke contains 5,000 toxic chemicals and free radicals in it. Besides carbon monoxide, acetaldehyde, carbon dioxide, all these gases are also a part of that smoke. It's like you are inhaling, it's a bad car and you're inhaling the air filled with that exhaust pipe of a bad car. That's kind of air you are inhaling if you are a smoker. Now if a smoker after getting a heart attack keeps on smoking, the chances of having another heart attack are very, very high. Now, what really happens in your heart when you're smoking? Your blood pressure goes up, your pulse rate goes up, so your heart has to perform extra work to do the same, to deliver the same amount of blood. Your heart has to work little more than usual. The arteries, because of nicotine and all this, the arteries have a vasoconstricted state. That means the arteries become narrow in their caliber. There is plaque distribution. The plaque is like deposits in the coronary arteries or other arteries. The cholesterol which is getting deposited in those arteries, the LDL part, the bad cholesterol, gets oxidized. So these plaques are more vulnerable to rupture as well. That's how a heart attack happens. When the plaque ruptures, when a stable plaque ruptures, you get a heart attack. So that's how smoking, it actually damages the inner layer of your blood vessels, helps build up a plaque and helps break that plaque. So all the milieu of having a heart attack is already there. It makes your platelets more sticky. The aggregate power of the platelets get increased. So again, the chances of getting a major or a massive heart attack is also increased. Now, smokers have a tendency of having insulin resistance. That means if you're a smoker, there are more chances of developing a diabetes. And if you're already a diabetic and smoking, the chances are that you will be having uncontrolled diabetes. The chances of having uncontrolled diabetes is even further increased by smoking. Arrhythmias. People who are smoke have high sympathetic drive, so they are more prone to get arrhythmias also. So this is how smoke is killing you every day. I know it's not easy to quit. It takes a whole lot of people around you to be helping you in this endeavor. But it comes down to you yourself. If you have a strong willpower and you decide that you are going to quit, decide it on this World No Tobacco Day. Or you can decide a date, a religious date or something, a date with which you connect, your mother's birthday, some death anniversary of your loved one. Fix a date. Talk to your family. Your family needs to know, because during that time you will face a couple of things like constipation, low mood, low state of, a little depressed. You will feel lack of energy. You might become more irritable. Your family or people around you must know that you're going through that phase, so that they can be more supportive. Take help of experts. There is medication, there are nicotine patches, there are chewing gums available which can actually help you during that time of nicotine withdrawal. But if you decide you're going to quit, I'm sure you will be able to quit. So I would say, let's take that pledge, and I'm sure you can do it. And smoking is one of number one preventable factor for a heart disease. So I would say, protect your heart, choose health, not tobacco. Good day to you and best wishes.